Alright, it is time for Scene Stealers. These are our favorite actors, actress, artists in the films. Bring the board up, and who's on the board? Vanilla Sky, first episode, we have Cameron Diaz.
CD is what we call it.
Tropic Thunder put Robert Downey Jr. on the board.
Lincoln Osiris.
Django Unchained had Christoph Waltz joining the Board of Champions.
Thank you, sir.
And now we are doing Coming to America. So, I got an honorable mention to Clint Smith, Sweets, because he's just, I feel like he's just an underrated performance. With everything else going on, he's so quiet that he can easily be looked over, but he is consistently great, both in the first one and the second one.
I'm going to go ahead and start with my my honorable mention, of course, and I guess this is kind of a, I mean, it's clearly, I mean, let's just go ahead and talk about what we're here to talk about. I mean, we know how this film was, so my honorable mention here would be Arsenio Hall, and for several reasons. Is because, number one, he doesn't fancy or consider himself an actor. I mean, if you really want to laugh, watch Harlem Nights with Arsenio Hall. He will trip you the out. Please. But with that being said, what I took into consideration is what I didn't think about when I first watched the movie when I was a child. I didn't think they were speaking in an accent. I just thought that they were naturally speaking. And then remember we did you brought up Ryan Coogler earlier, but remember it was actually rest in peace. It was Chadwick Boseman who fought for them to have the African accent in Black Panther, you know, instead of them sounding like Americans or whatnot. And so with this, to me, Arsenio, who's not an actor, had to learn this. Also had to the fight scenes and you know what I'm gonna say. We giving a shout out to Eddie Murphy playing all these characters. Well, Arsenio played 3 or 4. So that was my honorable mention. I don't think he gets enough credit for the work he's done and what he's done. And not to mention, like I said, kids, if you only know Arsenio Hall from this, you clearly don't remember the era of the Arsenio Hall show. So yeah, he's my honorable mention.
Yeah, Arsenio Hall put me to sleep every night in a good way. It was like a tradition. It was a bedtime tradition.
Okay, you want to clean that up a little bit more? Because you were out and then you went back in.
What do you mean?
You cleaned it up and then you went back.
It was a bedtime tradition?
Yeah, so say you cleaned it up and you went back.
No, I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay.
Take it as you will.
You will not stop, will you? Go ahead.
I give my scene stealer to Eddie, which I hate giving it to the lead of the movie because I feel like it's so predictable, but I mean, he's bringing Akeem to life, Randy Watson, Saul, Clarence, barbershop owner, and the spectrum that he pulls out in just these characters alone. From Akeem, the positive, smiling, always happy. Clarence, the polar opposite, being angry, negative. They're both very loud and passionate about what they believe in. Randy is just horny, Randy. Saul is complacent and reserved. I just think that and in both films too, I mean, especially in the original, but it was classic Eddie Murphy, and at his finest, at his prime, doing. Yeah, it has to go to Eddie. Tell me you have somebody other than Eddie.
I don't. I really don't. I'm not even gonna try to play up on that. One last shout out to Arsenio, for him playing one other role we forgot to mention. I want to tear you apart. You and your friend. And then they cut right back to him spitting it out. Yeah. Like that. See,
he one of the few actors to get to do a spit take on himself.
Right. Like, but no, you hit it right. My I do have someone different. My scene still goes to Edward Reagan Murphy. Nobody ever drops it. Yes, I see why he drops the middle name. I see why he did that. Yeah. But with that being said, it goes to him due to the fact that everything you said. Again, he. Just icon, man. I mean, literally, I'm never at a loss for words. But guys, like I say, this is not just textbook. This guy, we never. If you've seen our show, just because you're the lead doesn't mean you get on this board. But with this character having to age, like, ask yourself, when have you went 30 years in between a character and you still gave a damn?
Yeah.
And I think that pretty much, I mean...
Yeah, I would give it to Eddie for Randy Watson alone. I want to see a Randy Watson biopic.
Like, what really happened in those 30 years to Randy?
Yeah, follow him around.
Clearly, he got into bedazzling.
It could be like that Will Ferrell movie, Semi-Pro. Like, I would imagine it being like up to that being a comedy.
Oh yeah, The
like,
Tropic Bowl.
The has-been Randy Watson. Like, yeah, please make that
Can
one.
you not just see him in practice? 1, 2. Don't f me today.
Yeah.
1, 2.
I mean, Randy Watson during the Me Too movement. Randy Watson gets Me Too. There's your movie right there.
That's why he disappeared. And speaking of that, what nobody wanted to talk about, see, again, this is the serious moment of the show for teaching. Had that been reversed, like, think about it. She got him high and drunk and f***ed up to f*** him. Had that been the reverse, that's not funny, and now there is a problem.
Yeah.
Double standard, but hey, who am I?
I want to give honorable mention to Tracy Morgan and Wesley Snipes being the highlights of part 2 for me. Especially Wesley Snipes. That entrance.
Dude, and what did I tell you? And I don't care if he sees this because, hey, listen, I'm probably going to be in the same situation in a few years. That's how you step out of tax problems. That motherfucker came in that.
Yeah.
I got my receipts, man. I ain't got them 2 whiskers from that tiger, but I got the 2 checks for the IRS.
All the way to the last dance he does, where he's like blasting the pelvic thrust everywhere.
I mean, God was that Wesley Snipes or Wesley Pipes? Who the was slinging that? God damn, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
God, help us all.
All right, so congratulations to Eddie motherfucking Murphy for.
It's gonna be hard now, man. The rest of the board has a lot to live up to now. Which is why we don't normally just, throw. Yeah.
I mean, Christoph Waltz, RDJ. I mean, who? All right, who is your favorite actor in the movie, or actress, or artist? Who's your favorite character that Eddie Murphy played? Throw those in the comments.
Why don't you subscribe? It'll last longer.